Okay, hello. So my name is Arayam Sraliva, and today in this video, I'm gonna discuss and reflect on my performance throughout the semester in the course Teaching to Young Learners. So this course was something new to me. It has provided me with both challenges and valuable opportunities, which have shaped new me. And I'm gonna discuss my strengths, weaknesses, how I have participated in classroom activities, how I have evolved throughout the semester for 10 weeks, and I will reflect on my understanding of language teaching methods that I have learned in the lectures, provide a self-analysis using SWOT framework, and share the progress that I have gone through. Okay, first of all, let's start off with the first weeks. So first of all, we started with the characteristics of young learners. So since we are new to like young learners, and it was really great for us to start off with the characteristics of young learners, that they get bored easily, not afraid of making ideas, imaginative, energetic, and etc. So. Okay, so throughout the semester, we had a chance to explore a wide range of topics, language teaching methods and approaches. So we have covered methodologies as multilingualism, CLL, CLT, natural approach, silent way, and total physical approach, and etc. So we have also learned about product and process approach. What's the product of our lesson, and what was the process, and also using different techniques as using songs, rhymes to engage students. One of the highlights for me was having mock lesson, which was ungraded because I was really stressful how I'm gonna handle this because I have never taught young learners. And so we were divided into 4 sections. So I was assigned to teach a reading lesson, and I decided to use jigsaw method. So here I have used. So this method allowed the learners to work in small groups. So I have divided them into 3 groups. So each group read their own parts and then explain to others. So came together and shared their insights. For example, what's the lunchbox of their student and etc. So based on that, I received a really positive feedback for making the lesson interactive and promoting group collaboration. So I have also used TPR. So as a warm up, I used the song and made students stand up and do some physical activities. So one of the weakness for me was that my group mates weren't really actually young learners, and but the feedback was still really useful and encouraged me to see how I could apply jigsaw method in a real world teaching. So, however, due to the fact that I didn't have like actual young learners, I taught my peers. It was really difficult to imagine how children would respond. My group mates being university students, they already had a solid understanding of language and made it hard to like simulate the dynamics of a classroom. I was always thinking like, is it going to be easy or is it going to be hard for my students and etc. So this created a kind of a gap between theory and practical application. So the next one, so strengths and areas and of success. So I'm really proud how I have applied many of the methods and approaches we learned. For example, the jigsaw method I used in my reading lesson was success. It encouraged active participation, allowed learners to take ownership of the learning. So it kept them engaged, promoted peer interaction also, and they were staying active and involved in the learning process. Also, I incorporate songs and rhymes, as I said before. So it was helping them with memorization and pronunciation while dancing and making physical activities. So using TPR was really great for teaching vocabulary lessons especially. So I find these methods effective in maintaining students' interest. Despite the successes, there are several challenges that I have encountered. So one of the primary challenge was using L1. So for 3 years of being a student, I was always teaching in English, only in English, and I couldn't really rely on my first language during the mock lesson. But there were times when it became clear that some concepts should be explained in Kazakh or in Russian, in the mother tongue. So I understand the importance of using the target language, and also I need to balance L1 too. So I still have a problem with that while explaining more complex ideas because I got used to English. Another challenge was managing a class of young learners, something I haven't had the chance to do directly. So, since I teach my peers, so I still don't know how young learners would actually react to my lesson. So they have different attention span, needs, and I found it really difficult to imagine how to adapt my lessons to their level. This is something I need to improve, and I would like to try teaching like actual young learners too. Now I will break down with my SWOT analysis. So my strengths are creativity in lesson planning. I got the really positive feedback for planning, also using engaging methods like jigsaw, reading, TPR, and songs, and willingness to experiment with different teaching approach. So as I said before, jigsaw method was something new to me. Also, active participation in classroom discussions. Also, weaknesses, limited real world experience with young learners. So, lack of confidence because, as my teacher said, so I should be more demanding and more like speak up to my students. And I also have a difficulty in balancing L1 and the target language in lessons. And coming to opportunities, so gaining practical experience, so internships or volunteering, like teaching young learners, engaging with native speakers and improve language proficiency, and about threats. So, overthinking my lesson planning instead of focusing on the practical execution, so struggling to apply theory without hands-on experience. And also I have a fear of making mistakes, and which completely like a bit slowed down my progress as a teacher. And about professional and personal improvements areas. So in terms of professional development, I need to focus on improving my classroom management skills, be more demanding teacher, and be a bit more strict. And also I want to explore different methods of teaching vocabulary, grammar, listening and speaking to find the most engaging approaches for young students. Also, I need to be more confident, demanding, as I said before, and reduce the stress level during lesson preparation. Also, I want to develop like better adaptability, so I don't get stuck on this task and on these tasks and create like filler in activities. And to conclude, this course has been an incredibly valuable experience that has allowed me to reflect on my strengths, areas to grow as a future teacher. Now I know my weaknesses, and I know that and I know the things that I have to work on. The lessons in methods like TPR, silent way, communicative teaching, and as well as practical experience of planning, teaching lessons have given me like a solid foundation, like the base. So I'm really excited to continue applying these techniques and improve my ability to teach actual young learners. So thank you for listening to my reflection. I look forward to the next steps in my journey as a future teacher.